2 games left of the season, and we are top of the table after 40 games, 81 points. We are guaranteed a spot in the playoff places, so there's an opportunity to get promoted if we don't somehow finish first or second in this table. We've got Burgos. They're down in 18th as our first game. And then we've got... who else have we got after that? We've got Coruña as our last game. And they are struggling this second half of the season. They're down in 12th at the moment, so we're hoping for 2 wins. It's all in our hands. And to make things even better for us, Malaga, our other title rivals, along with Las Palmas, have played and drew at home to Almeria, who in 7th, chasing down those playoff places. Las Palmas play today alongside us. They play Huesca, who are down in 20th, already relegated, so looks like they're going to get 3 points. So we really need a win against Burgos here, and we're going to go with this team. It's one of the strongest teams I can put out. We do have an injury, though. Not an injury. Yeah, well, we do have an injury. Valentino Lazaro is out. He will be back in full training tomorrow. Disappointing because he actually got 2 assists in the last game. The 4-3 crazy game against Cordoba, where we went down to 10 men. Managed to come back from like 3-2, was it, at that point, and win 4-3. It was just meant. It was a nuts game. If you haven't seen it, honestly, just watch that game. It's crazy. So Canedo is also suspended because he was the one who got sent off in that game. So he's out for this match. So Ferez, who normally plays on the right, is going to go on the left-hand side of the fence. And Danny is going to come in and play on the right-hand side there. He can do a job there. Let's hope he does one today. Dont is going to stay in that ball-winning midfield and normally played as the wing back. He's going to stay there. Traore and Guinness are scoring machines this season. Guinness has got 18, while Aliou Traore has got 27 goals, 26 in the league. If we win today, bloody hell, Burgos have lost 4 out of 5. If we win today and Las Palmas lose, we win the title and we're done. We are through and up into the first division. We aren't ready for it. The team and the club is not ready for the first division, but we will be there, and that is what is important. Because we're on 81 points, we're 1 away from Malaga, and of course 1 away from Las Palmas. So if Las Palmas lose, we'll be 4 ahead and 4 ahead of Malaga, and it will all be good. Let's hope that happens. A highlight straight from the kickoff. The boys were a little bit nervous in the team talk. The staff told me to hold a team meeting beforehand. I said, no, we don't need to do that. We don't need to do that, so I didn't. So we'll see if that works in our favour or not. Rico over the corner here, whips the ball in. There's Olmo, back to Rico. He's definitely onside, Rico. Traore, they're defending for their lives already. It's not even a minute on the clock. Come on, Rico. Get the head of somebody. There's Danny at the back post. Can we find him? Go near post. Traore can't get the head on it. Rico is not offside. Don't tell me he's offside. Ref! That's a great challenge. That's a foul, ref. Our corner again. We're all over him. Palanca. We need to get a goal, though, because you know what happens when we don't score, when we're all over a team. They get 1 shot and score it. And that's not going to happen because Ferez gets his 2nd goal of the season. He scored an overhead kick, the centre-back, in the last episode. It was phenomenal. And now he gets his 2nd goal here. He's really stepping up to get goals for us late on in the season. Doesn't score hardly ever. I can't remember the last time he scored before this season. 2 in the space of, 3 games. Lovely stuff. 1-0 up. Their corner this time. They whip it in. And we've conceded. Can you just give me 5 seconds of happiness? No? You're not allowed 5 seconds of happiness? Olmo. Rico. Olmo. To Dont as well. Olmo with the ball in. Mukassa's at the back post. The bloody keeper, Dario, gets there. It's so unfair. Unsportsmanlike of the keeper. And they throw it out to their left back, Concha. Into Appin. Round to Carbonell. They are playing for our midfield. We're going to concede. No doubt about it. And we have conceded. Yep. Of course we have. Let's try and change things around just a little bit. Step up more. We've already gone attacking. Nothing's happened since half time apart from this corner on 69 minutes. And we're almost 3-1 down. I've brought on a load of changes. Try and make things... So everyone's nervous. We're not going to win this game. The game's just going to really frustrate me here. Been the better team. No, we haven't. They have. What's going on? We're really floundering here. Bottle jobs. We're absolutely bottling it as it stands. Burgos are a terrible team. Oh my god. What do I do? I'd have to change the tactic a bit and perhaps just try and get at them. Maybe I'll do that. As they whip the ball in. And Ramos does catch it. Can he fire it forward? Tried to change the tactic. We've gone to a 4-2-3-1. Alex is on this other side. Here! 2-2! Alejandro Arcs playing as a shadow striker. There's no way anything's offside there. Get over yourselves. That's got to be... Yes, it is awarded. And Alejandro Arcs scored 2 goals for us against Cordoba in the last game to win 4-3. He scored the last 2. It was phenomenal. And he's got another one here. Let's get a 3rd goal, shall we? And turn this one around as well. Okay, why is Ferres so narrow? He shouldn't be that narrow. Cortez does well, but they're still on the ball. Don't let them score again. Don't let them score. Cortez does well. Manu, get it away. He does. Traore can't win it. Arcs is there. Loses the ball. This is mayhem. Absolute mayhem. Really reluctant to make any changes or any personnel changes. Just kind of want to get this done, really. But they are on us now with Paleo. Las Palmas are drawing 1-1. The reason why Burgos are playing all out is because they're in the relegation zone. They're literally just above it. And I think if they lose here, they're in big trouble. But we get the header away through Danny. And it is full time. It's 2-2. Latest scores. Yes, Las Palmas drew. We're 2 points ahead of Malaga. 1 point ahead of Las Palmas. Las Palmas and Malaga play each other on the last game. On the last day of the league. The last game. Can't even get our words out. I'm so excited about it. They play each other. Right, so they're going to hopefully draw and take points off each other. If we draw, we win then. But really, we just need to go and beat Coruña at home. They are in 12th. Haven't played their 41st game yet. 2-2 draw then. In the end, not the end of the world. So here it is. The biggest game in Velez Club de Football's history. We are top of the 2nd division. 82 points. We are 1 away from Las Palmas. We are 2 away from Malaga. They play each other in the other side of the game. They're here somewhere. And yeah, we've got Coruña, who are down in 12th. We've had a couple of injuries to Palanca and Lazaro, both of our wing backs. I don't really want to play Borja San in this game. I think it's too big for him. So I've decided to go for the 4-2-3-1 for this game. Ferres as a defensive fullback. Cortez and Canido starting. They both like to play on the left. Excuse me. Danny, not starting this one. I'm just going to play both of these two, see how they get on. Dont is going to be an attacking fullback. Olmo is going to be in that winger role, which he doesn't really like to play. Dont can also play there. It might be worth changing these two around. Yeah, let's change these two around like that. Olmo actually wants to play defensive, but we're going to stick him on, supports. Rico Carlos is not playing as a bloody deep line playmaker. Ball winning midfielder. Mukasa is going to be on attack behind Traore. And of course Traore out front, which means Alex, who can play anywhere across the front three, but really on the right hand side is going to be an inverted winger who's going to come in and cause loads of chaos, hopefully. It does mean that we leave this bit open a little bit, but we haven't really got any attacking fullbacks apart from Borja, who I may bring on later on if we need a bit more attack down this right hand side. I'm hoping that the change of tactic is going to flummox them more than it's going to disjoint us, if that makes sense. I'm hoping it's going to do something. I mean, they haven't won in 5, Coruña. They haven't won in 5. Olmo, the throw. 7 minutes on the board. We go back to Olmo. There's Mukasa to Traore. Good play. Carlos does find Ferres. That was the pass, and he did find him. He comes up the pitch. There's Alex. Comes inside as expected. Rico. I mean, Dont's got so much room on the left-hand side. Play it around nicely, though. Just keep coming out to this right-hand side. There's Mukasa. Comes in. Traore 1-0. 28th goal of the season. Aliou Traore, 8 minutes in. 8 minutes in, and we could secure the title. Our first trophy. The biggest game of this club's history. The biggest game of my managerial career in this save. That is a fantastic assist from the young Englishman to the ever-prolific Malian. Las Palmas and Malaga are still 0-0. 23 minutes in. There's Dont. It's 2-0, and it's Aliou again. Doesn't really matter what's happening in the game now. Between Malaga and Las Palmas, we're 2-0 up. We win the league. It's as simple as that. And Alejandro Arcs giving us that draw in the last game might just be the defining moment. And the 2 goals against Cordoba to win 4-3. Defining moments? Gotta be, haven't they? Alex. Good ball. Unlucky. Olmo just pick it up. Can he whip it in? He finds Alex. Back to Olmo, to Carlos. I was going to say Cortez, but it was Carlos. And looks like the ball's going to stay in with Pecky. Or PK or Pecky. That's a good play, though. And Dont is in. Dont is in behind. Oh, the young Belgian couldn't get his shot away. I'm glad we're 2-0 up. Otherwise, I would not be smiling about that. Olmo whips the ball in. There's Divine Mukasa with his 3rd goal of the season. And he hasn't been that great, has he, Divine Mukasa? He scored a couple of goals in one game to give us the win. He's got a few assists. He's been learning the language. That is a good header. 3-0 up. Surely we can't lose from here. It's only 35 minutes. It's football. Anything can happen. And we get a highlight from the kickoff, but they've lost the ball and it's Mukasa. Divine on the ball. He goes through. Oh, disappointing finish. Santa Maria whips the ball in. Manu's there. Back to Ramos. He gives it to them. Garcia. That's not a good goal kick, is it, mate? Simao. There's Olmo with the ball away. Hugo Rama. Oh, Don cuts it out well. He stepped up. Noah Don still going. Loads of pace. Oh, cuts back to Rico. There's Mukasa. Alex was there, but he goes round his man. He goes round his man. Oh, he's having a bloody brilliant game. Malaga have gone 1-0 up in their game. Not that it matters to us, of course, being 3-0 up here. Playing it round nicely there. Don whips the ball in. Alex is at the back post. Finds Mukasa. Finds Rico. Manu Rico, only his 3rd of the season, but he has been very, very good in the centre of midfield, isn't he, for us this season. Out of the team initially at the beginning, weren't he? Hugo Delanos was sold for a record fee. And then Manu Rico stepped up to play in the centre of midfield, and he has been very good. Still, Mukasa causing all kinds of problems. Another highlight straight from the kickoff here. Ruben Lopez. Smolinos, what a name. Hugo Rama, he's injured. Why haven't they taken him off? Don almost won the ball there. Deportivo La Coruña don't have what it takes, it looks like. They might get a goal back here. They whip the ball in. Oh, it's come off the post after a chaos in the box. Okay, then playing the ball around there. A bit too easy. Almost not tracking back enough. Silva's just run through, and they do bundle it in. It's Martin Ushoa. That's disappointing. 4-1 on the scoreboard after 62 minutes. We have brought on Moussa Diakite, so Carlos has played his last game for us. This will be Moussa Diakite's last appearance as well. We brought on Danny at centre-back for Cortez. Canedo, there's so many highlights in this game. That is a ref. That is a risky challenge. Jesus Christ. Garcia to Ruben Lopez. Palanca, by the way, got injured. 4 weeks he's out for. He did this last season, didn't he, at the end of the season? I reckon he just wanted an early holiday and he's gone away to somewhere and chilled out for a bit. I don't think he wanted the pressure. There's Mukasa. Does really well. Having a great game. Gives the ball away there, though. Unfortunate. They're going to be on the counter-attack. Can we win it back? Canedo's booked. Olmo. Does find Rico. Does find Mukasa. Can he thread it through? Don. He's just got the ball and he's gone back in to get it. Divine Mukasa for his 4th of the season. 5-1 now. 5-1, 63 minutes. What a way to end our campaign. What a way to win the title. Why is it, Alex's was open for a second, but he goes to Dont instead. Dont wins the ball. Gets another assist, Noah. Lovely stuff. Pacheco fires the ball. They're quite high, their line. Olmo does find Dont. They have played together, sorry, because Dont was playing in the ball-winning midfielder role. I say I've never played together before, but they have. Dont whips the ball in. Mukasa's offside there, surely. Yeah, he's offside. Manu, he's going to come off for Abel Gonzalez in a second. We've also brought on Borja San, so he can play his last game for us because he's off in the summer on a free. And we brought on Alejandro Arcs for Alex, who's going to play on the right-hand side. Because Alejandro can actually play anywhere across the front three. Their corner, 84 minutes. We get the initial ball away. There's Dont. Just waiting for the ticker tape parade now, aren't we, really? Just waiting to get our hands on that trophy. It is 5-2. It doesn't matter. Martin Uchoa gets a second goal for Deportivo La Coruña. And there it is. 5-2. We've won the league. We've got our first trophy. And our new Qatari tycoon who took over the club midway through the second half is going to be ecstatic with this. We're already in the first division. Got some big things to do in the summer. We need to bring in a whole squad of first division quality players. It's going to be so difficult to try and get that as we lift the trophy. Our first ever trophy at the club after this is our 3rd promotion as well. Get it in, boys. 5-2 full time. We've won the league. Malaga won their game against Las Palmas, so it is us and our bitter rivals who get automatically promoted. What a fantastic season from the boys. Round of applause. No one expected this. They thought we were going to get relegated. We were 19th predicted finish, which is just inside the relegation places. There's the ticker tape, blue and white. Absolutely incredible. 5-2 win. So the board have set initial budgets, and the reason why I've seen it is because it was the first inbox thing. It was already on it. It just popped up. And I'm pleasantly surprised by the amount of money Mr. Omar Ali has given us. Pleasantly surprised. Are we ready? Initial wage budget of 350k per week. Bear in mind, we're spending 53k. Committed spending, only spending 50 at the moment. This is probably all those wage rises. We've got so much money to spend. We've got a transfer budget of 18.89 million. Holy crap. We've gone from zero, right? I've never had, I had one transfer budget of 140k. I put that straight into wage budget. I've never brought a player for money. Never have I brought a player for money. We are going to buy players for money this season. We're going to bring in, hopefully, a whole load of players to try and stay in the first division next season. God knows how we're going to do that. God knows how we're going to do that. Herrera in disbelief following Velez FC's second division success. Yeah, damn right, mate. You should be. Board are ecstatic. Oh, they are ecstatic. Javi C praises me after leading the club to promotion. He's leaving at the end of this season, so goodbye. Mukasa was absolutely brilliant in the way that he led the line. He was brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Oh, I can't believe we've actually won it. I did not think we'd win it this early on. 2 seasons in the league and we're already promoted. That is unbelievable stuff. What we're going to do then is just have a little conversation about the squad and about what we need to do, who's going, where we need to bring players in, which is basically every position, I guess. And then we're going to do the end of season review, and then we'll start doing transfers, I guess. But the board will come in with their vision for the upcoming season in the Spanish First Division. Play attacking football, high tempo, entertaining possession, and make most of set pieces, standard stuff. Work within the wage budget. Spend the original transfer budget. Yes, Magnus Fearsome, my director of football, I will be doing that. Attempt to avoid relegation. So attempt to avoid relegation from the First Division. That is fine because hopefully they won't sack us if all things go pear-shaped. Because if we get sacked, that's the save over. Why has it gone down? How's my managerial support gone down? What's going on? Unhappy? Why? What's up? What's up? Yeah, exactly. Dissatisfied club. He deserves a new contract. Ramos deserves a new contract. Canedo wants a new contract. Javi C wants a new contract. He's leaving, and so does Alejandro Arcs. Okay, so it's a load of contract stuff. That's fine. We'll sort that out. So we were building a stadium, weren't we? We were building a stadium. Building stadium in progress. Done in 1 month. Oh, God. The board is currently looking for a stadium to rent to play our home games. First Division bosses have communicated to the club that they are currently 4,184 seats short of the league's minimum requirements. Since we can't expand our current stadium to the required capacity, we will need to relocate to a different ground for the foreseeable future, so we can't expand our stadium. We actually can't expand our stadium that we've just spent all that money on. Oh, God. Can we improve our youth facilities? Oh, I'm not even going to ask just yet. Oh, God. That's really disappointing. We're never going to play a game in the Fernando Herrera Arena. I was really looking forward to that. So let's have a look at the squad and see what we're going to do in terms of contracts, who's leaving, who we want to get rid of. Do we want to get rid of anybody? And where we need to bring players in. So we've only really got the one goalkeeper. We've got Alejandro Ramos, who wants a new contract. I'm going to give him one. But I'm going to make him our backup goalie and try to bring in a better goalie because Adair Hilaire's on loan. He wasn't happy about his loan moves, got slight concern about his playing time. He played a few games for us, 6, conceded 7. So he did okay. It was just he couldn't really overthrow Alejandro Ramos. We just need a better goalkeeper. So we probably need an out-and-out starter, Ramos to be back up, and then maybe try and bring in a young goalie as well as a third choice, sort of, lots of potential if we can. We've got 80 million. Surely we'll be able to find one. So that's that goalkeeping position. Centre-backs. Danny isn't really good enough. Okay. I like him. He's been good for us since he came in on loan, and then we got him on a free. I mean, he's played loads of games for us. Loads of games. It's just his stats aren't good enough anymore. He's had 109 appearances for us, which is the most of any club he's ever played for. Scoring 5 goals from centre-back. He can probably... I mean, his contract doesn't end until next year, so we'll keep him on and we'll just keep him as a backup. That's the idea for him. Alvaro Cortez, I think, can do a job for us. I don't know if he can be a starter, though. I think he's going to be a backup as well. He's a good player for us. He's only 23. He's got a bit of growth left. Damian Canedo, I think he's a decent player. He's probably going to have to start for us at centre-back, and we're probably going to need to bring in one alongside him. Adrian Arenas, our young lad, 19-year-old, he can go back out on loan. Borja Sanz leaving on a free at the end of the season. He's wanted and he's not good enough. He's 31 now, time for him to leave. Ali Palanca's contract doesn't end until next season, so we'll keep him around as a backup. Can you see how many times I'm saying backup? I need players, right? I do like Ali Palanca, 10 assists, 11 assists. He beat his last season record. But again, we just need to improve this kind of area. Left back then. Oh no, sorry. We've got Valentino Lazaro, who can play right back and left back. He'll stay around until the end of next season as well. He's 32, but he's a Austrian international. I think he can just be a good player for us. Bit of experience, mentality and all that. No point getting rid of him for no reason. Left back, we've really only got Victor Olmo and a whole host of other players who can sort of play there. Like Canedo can play there. Ferez can play there. Olmo will stay on as well for next season, the end of his contract. Again, hopefully as a backup. Bael Ferez, I really like Ferez. He can play anywhere across the back line and in midfield. He's going to be a filler player for us. And hopefully another backup player. How many times am I going to say backup player? Adrian Corral. Now, this is a guy who can leave. He can actually go. He's got a year left on his deal, but I think it's worth getting him out of the club. I don't think he's going to play any more for us. He struggled to get any game time this year. Played 13 appearances. 9 of those were from the bench, so he is going to probably leave the club. Sergio Acedo, back out on loan for you, son. Young lad. Noah Dont, I'd love to keep in and around the club. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. We can't afford him, obviously. That's not the kind of player we're in for. He's 25 to 38 million pounds. If I can get him back in on loan, I'll certainly take him. I'm not sure that his parent club, Ajax, will allow us to do that, but we'll wait and see. Abel Gonzalez, when does his contract run out? It actually expires at the end of the season. We could probably not get him in now. Why can't we get him in now? Oh, no, that's mine, sorry. It expires at the end of next year. Is he really good enough? He probably isn't really good enough, is he? I mean, I might try and get him in, I might not. I'm unsure about him as a player overall. Alex, he's probably got another year on his deal, so he can probably hang around and be a backup player, hopefully. Manu Rico next year as well. He can probably go. We're probably going to look to sell and move him on. He's had a great career with us. Been here for 3 seasons. I mean, he's just done fantastically well. 19 goals in 98 appearances. He won't get his 100th for us. That's really disappointing for him. How many assists did he get? 4, 16, 20 assists in 3 seasons isn't bad from him. Divine Mukasa is one that I'm going to stitch my banner to and say he's going to stick around and be a good player. He's 20 years old. He can potentially be a first division standard player, so hopefully he's going to be in and around the squad. 5 assists, 4 goals and 9 goal contributions in around 36 appearances for us this season. Played a lot of football, 35 apparently. One in the league cup, Spanish Cup. So yeah, he'll stick around. Borja, I'm going to try and get him out of the club as well. He's not good enough. Standard. Again, young boy Carlos Redondo came up through the academy. It's time to move him on. His contract actually has got 2 years left on it. Might try and get him out on loan or something, see if he'll leave. Now, Alvaro Guinness. This is a big one. This is a huge one for me. 18 goals this season, 4 assists. He's got 48 and 121 appearances for the club. I don't think he's good enough to make it in the Spanish First Division. His contract ends this season, but he has done fantastically well. 23 years old. Scored a ton of goals for us. Was really bad last season though, weren't he? Steps up this season. Hit and miss player. Consistency. He's not very consistent. He's injury prone. He's had a lot of injuries for us as well, isn't he? Last season, that's why he didn't score so many. I think he leaves on a free at the end of this season. Sandro Garantzos back out on, oh, his contract actually ends. I might let him leave then. Or do I just give him another contract and put him down in the under-19s? I'm unsure on Garantzos. Alejandro Arcs, 11 goals, 3 assists. We'll probably keep him around just because his contract runs out next season. 11 goals in 33 appearances isn't bad for him. Abby C's contract ends. He's going the end of this season. Only played 7 games, 15 from 15 games off the bench. So 22 in total. 5 assists and 3 goals. He's done pretty well for us in the last 2 years he's been here. But it's time for him to leave on a 3. And Aliou Traore is staying. He is going to be one of our main strikers. Hopefully we can bring in another one to help him and the other team to facilitate. So what we need then, we need a goalie, 2 centre-backs, a right-back, 2 left-backs, 4 midfielders. Where's Carlos and Diakite? They're going, aren't they? Did I mention these guys? Carlos contract ends, central midfielder, ball winning, and Diakite as well. They're both leaving. I don't think I mentioned those 2. They're off. So we need 2 defensive midfielders. If we're going to play a 4-2-3-1, I need 2 left-sided wingers, 2 right-sided wingers, another attacking midfielder, and 2 more forwards. So plenty of business to do. Absolutely masses of business to do. And hopefully we can do it. Going to bring in some loans. Going to try and facilitate some other signings. You know, those young players that I've been trying to find in and around those smaller footballing countries. That's hopefully where we're going to grab a load of players from. And maybe some young players from some teams in and around the first division, like the C and B teams and stuff like that. We'll have a look at those players. So here we are, the end of season review. Just before we get into that, Olmo has come and asked for a new contract and he wanted star player. I said, no, he can be regular starter, but his agent wasn't having it. So we're already in trouble with contracts. Let's see how that goes into the new season. But for now, let's look at the end of season review and what a season it was. Canedo, best signing yet? Absolutely. They're not really bothered about any of these. And the reason why is because the new owner wasn't here when I brought all these guys in. They don't care about any of the transfers out. They don't care about any of those. Okay. I thought Noah Dont did really well. Alex did well when he came in. Lazaro, 4 assists. You know, these players did well. Mukasa got 9 goal contributions. Allaire did okay. Abel Gonzalez didn't really show us what he could do, could he? And Alvaro Cortez played really well in the second half of the season. I can't believe we've been promoted. 85 points on the table, 2 away from Malaga, who got promoted with us. Las Palmas won the playoff round, so they are up with us as well. Mallorca, Valladolid and Almira all missing out there. What a season. What a season. Spanish Cup. We always get knocked out the Spanish Cup. Biggest win, 5-1 over Talavera. Biggest loss was, well, match to remember. We won 2-0, against Barcelona. Goal of the season was Alex. Yeah, that was a thunderous strike. That was absolutely brilliant. Now, this is where things should look good for us. Financially, we've got a new 5-year sponsorship deal worth 141k, which is great. That told me that in the inbox. Sponsorship deals went up by 80k. That's pretty good. Broadcast revenue went up by 500k. Sorry, yeah, that's pretty good. Corporate and hospitality up by 50k. No competition prize money still apparently. Match day revenue went up by quite a bit, which is nice. Traore, Lazaro, Guinness, Arcs and Borja got the shirt sales. Only 55 shirts sold. That is ridiculous. Oh my word, we need to sell more shirts. Our current rating is 2.5 stars, so it's gone up a little bit, which is very, very nice indeed. That's how we lined up. That's great. We won the Manager of the Month twice, September and November. Should have had more of that, to be honest. Fans Player of the Season, Traore. Young Player of the Season, Traore. I don't know why 24-year-olds get this. I think it should be 21 and under, but there you go. Damian Canedo won Signing of the Season, of course. Alex, Goal of the Season. Traore, Goal Scorer. Most assists, Polanco with 11. Most Player of the Match Awards, Traore. Average rating, Traore. Most passes completed, Canedo. And we have loads of records broken this season. Most overall goals by a player in a season, Aliou Traore. Most league goals by a player in a season, Aliou Traore with 28. Most clean sheets by a player in a season, 11 for Alejandro Ramos. Most Player of the Match Awards in a season goes to Aliou Traore with 9. Most league goals by a player, Alou Traore with 91 goals now, and he'll keep breaking records the more goals he scores because he is our record goal scorer. Oldest player, Valentino Lazaro with 32 years and 50 days. Shows just how young the squads I've had. And our highest transfer fee received ever is 869k for one Hugo Delanos, who's no longer with us. Sad, but it had to be done. Fastest goal, 11 seconds by Alou Traore. No one's going to beat that, are they? Lovely old stuff. Did really well. He's in management timeline. No one cares about this sort of stuff. Hopefully that won't be in the new game. Right, we're going to leave it there then. Next episode. It is the biggest transfer window of my entire FM career. It is huge. We need to bring in a ton of players. We've got some money to do it. I'm going to bring in loans. It's going to be a struggle to get players to come. We're going to do our best. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care. Like and subscribe.